Gareth, Steve, and Neil. Really, all different, all interesting, all inspirational, all the stories that, for entrepreneurs, you die for, and you just connect straight away. It's like a specific language that when somebody comes up and talks about their story, as well as obviously Andrew. These four people have really graced the evening, and this really confirms what this event is all about, is for these people. And we have plans for future, how we can develop these things in other areas. So I just try to go very briefly, few things that I put together, and then give the envelope to Sam. Relationship, I think, is very, very important, and not only how to start it, how to develop it, and how to conclude it. The door is never open, even with your enemies. Enemies is a strong word, but I'm going to give you some examples. Hopefully, I think this night, as well as learning from each other, there will be some real stories that you probably wouldn't believe it if you saw it on a movie. We gave an internet job to somebody who was very clever, and he wanted to do a lot more than what he asked him to do, but we felt that he could do another part of the project. He couldn't do the project, and as a result, we ended up in court. We won, naturally, because we were on the right side, although justice and law are two separate things, as we all know. But a year or so later, I contacted the same guy that we actually ended up in court with, because I respected his knowledge. He didn't reply, of course, because for him, but you just don't close the door. I don't believe in the fact that, if you have disagreement, even in court, it means the end. You just, you haven't agreed on a particular thing. This is a real example. And it's just, I think it's a very important thing that, we seem to sort of not start things well, not knowing how to develop it, and sort of things go wrong. You just sort of step back and you move on from one relationship to another, and not having built anything, and you just fall out with this person, there's no falling out, And connected to that is this dialogue or monologue. If you look at what people are saying, by the way, it's very simple. I don't know how come you couldn't use this, most of you. All of you were struggling with this. I think this is the experience. It's not just mentorship and investment. It's knowing how to click. I do use that as my next tweet. How to click. Listens to people's conversation. Oh, this guy says, I've gone to Greece for holiday. I had a great time. Oh, yeah, I went to pick up my children the other day. Oh, yeah. And the wife didn't like the weather. It was too hot. Yeah, my children finished the school slightly later. Oh, yeah, we had to catch the flight to Gatwick. That was a delay, and, overall, it didn't finish well. Yeah, they lost the match. They were playing football. They lost 4-2 to these things. Yeah, I need to move on. Yeah, great. Nice talking to you. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Everybody is just talking about themselves. There's no dialogue. If you listen to people's conversation, first of all, nobody's interested in your story. Nobody cares about you. They just care about themselves. And they don't listen. So you don't make connections. You show no interest in anyone. And you expect the world to open up for you. Show interest. Show interest. Create dialogue, not monologue. And these are some of the things that I sort of see all the time. You have a discussion with someone, they leave a loose end, they don't know how to finish it otherwise. It's just get more professional. And if you say something to someone, stick to your words. You know, if you're ringing someone and you're selling a fax machine, how many people do you think need a fax machine now? There's still people out there who use fax machines. So if you're selling a fax machine, tell them you're selling, but don't be afraid of telling the truth. You know, just don't try to create a story. Don't lie. You know, have respect. You just, I don't know, there's a culture that you just don't want to say the right thing. You just want to come, oh, I want this thing. I want to sell you something which is going to change your life, and this thing. Can I come and demonstrate it for you? I'll just sell you selling a fax machine with one sentence. Either he's interested or he isn't. You know, if he's interested, he tells you that he's interested. How to conclude? You know, no, if you contact someone and if they're expecting a call back, just return the call, you know. Do the simple things, yeah, very easy. Respect for your time and for others. Okay, last year I talked about success and so forth, whatever it is, in terms of business, which is usually wealth, but actually it is nothing to do with wealth. But I thought of this, that one sign of successful people is that the ones who are successful, in my mind, help others. And they're there, when the time comes, they help, if they can. Yeah? If somebody's asking you for £5,000 and you don't have £5,000, well, you can't give them £5,000. If somebody asking you for £5,000, you've got £5 million, and you want to help them, and you think it's the right thing to do, rather than paying a beggar for £5,000, then you do it. The other group, I love them. I love these group. You know, even when they have an opportunity and it's very easy for them to do something for you, they don't. You know, they don't need to go out of their way to help you. You know, it's easy. And it's just not in their nature. So that's, I think, successful people help. And they enjoy helping. Why? You know, one step you make in that direction, 10 steps come back to you. Yeah, look at this here. Look at this, all of the, I mean, you're still all awake and still here. The whole place is full. I thought half of you would go home by now. And we are at least an hour behind the schedule, yeah? Learning. Everything I learned, anyone would like to finish that? Not those who know me, but somebody who... Any comments? Any brave person shouting? Experience, yeah. Anything else? Come on, it must be something. Everything I learned. Shared. Okay. Ooh, round of applause. What is your name? Emma. You must be good at clicking as well. Yeah. And what does that mean? Is you engage with others. Otherwise, if you don't engage, there's nothing to learn. I'm just going to give you one tip in sales that I got. And try this. All of you can try it and drop an email back at some stage in your life to see if it works or not. Okay? And obviously, you may not realize how quickly this is going to work. You might need to give it time. Some of you might already do it. This is not something special. Something just came to my mind as a tip to give you. When you're finishing your call with a client, when somebody is trying to buy something from you, buying a service, product, what have you, leave on that note. Say those things. Whether you decide to work with us or not, I wish you all the best with the project. Any of you use that, by the way? Whoa, fantastic. SAS. Just try this. Do you know who taught me this? A removal company. Probably an uneducated guy. That's from him. 2006, when we moved. Last time we moved. Cigar called Hamlet, for those who remember. I think this interaction, obviously, as you can see, interaction and relationship, I think, is the basis of everything, is the basis of life. That's it. There's no number two. Finally, last slide, I think. Yeah. So what am I looking for? Yeah. Incidentally, all these 3 finalists have been great. And just like last year, maybe there are 3 winners. And even if there is one, I would definitely have further meetings with the other 2 for sure. If they want me to, of course. And I make sure the fee is quite reasonable, so it's not, somebody has to pay for all of this thing. It just doesn't happen by itself, and the children and all that stuff. So really, there is no winner or loser at all. I mean, you've done fantastically well, and I think the sort of a variety of businesses has been great, and I enjoy it. I mean, that's why I enjoyed Andrew's presentation. Really, I know what a jellyfish is now and how it looks and how it works and all that stuff. And but it's great. You know, we had a presentation. Look at tonight. I mean, it's just been fantastic. We've learned about biochemistry, jellyfish. We've learned about auctions. We've learned about app or level crossing, and environmental waste. I mean, that's fantastic. You know, I'm not sure we can do the same thing again at this level. So 4 things, I thought. This was all thought of last night in a dream. Energy and enthusiasm. Quick learning, I think is very important. That you basically make mistakes, make the same mistake only once. You're making mistakes all the time, except that it's not the same mistake. If you're making the same mistakes all the time, you're not learning. But you're making mistakes all the time, you are daring. Constantly make mistakes. You know, love making mistakes. The desire, how much do you want it? Yeah, how much is there? Natural with people. You know, you just are natural with people. You don't have to act. It comes across. You don't pretend. It's not artificial. You like people's company. You enjoy. Why? Because you learn. You learn so much from it. Everything, you know, we've got so much talent. You learn from others. You know, stop talking about yourself. Just listen to others. And that's it. And probably the most important one, especially in business, especially as entrepreneurs, especially after a while that you've built something or it's looking good and you think you are someone, and you look at this, that, all of those things. Yeah, that one. Keep that and you will always do well. Remove that and you become something else. Thank you.